Armed Forces of the Philippines Reserve Command. The Armed Forces of the Philippines Reserve Command, known officially as the AFP RESCOM or RESCOM, Filipino, Pangasiwaan ng Panlaang Kawal ng Hukbong Sandatahang Lakas ng Pilipinas, is one of the armed forces of the Philippines' major support commands created for the sole purpose of reserve force management, procurement, and organization. Training. Training is the major task handled by AFP RESCOM. Its primary modes of enlisting reservists, Military Orientation Training Course MOC, and the Basic Citizens Military Training BCMT. Graduates are given enlisted ranks based on reciprocity of their civilian experience in the military environment. Reserve officers are commissioned based on Armed Forces of the Philippines policy on direct commissionship in the reserve force known as Circular NR4 Series of July 2010. Those who are commissioned through this source subsequently undergo an officer orientation program. Many officers in AFP RESCOM are licensed physicians, dentists, nurses, pharmacists, teachers, lawyers, and chaplains. Some are directly commissioned as lieutenant colonels through the commissioning program of National Defense College of the Philippines as graduates of the Masters in National Security Administration. Other than time in grade and merit promotions, rank adjustments are authorized depending on civilian qualifications. Specialization Training. These are the trainings available for military reserves at AFP RESCOM. SFUTUOC Special Forces Operations Orientation Training Unconventional Warfare Operations Course Trainer, PA Special Forces, Air Explosives Ordnance Reconnaissance Agent Course Trainer, 710th SPOW PAF, Scuba Combat Diver Course Trainer, AFP RESCOM Scuba Diver /NAVSOG PN, Specialized CMO Civil Military Affairs Orientation Course Trainer, PA CMOG School, K-9 Handling Course Trainer, PA, VIP Security Protection Course Trainer, PASCG in coordination with PNP-CSG. SROOT, formerly SROC Scout Ranger Operations Orientation Training Trainer, PA Scout Rangers, 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 Rangers. Field Artillery Orientation Course Trainer, PA Artillery Regiment, Light Mechanized Infantry Orientation Training Trainer, PA Mechanized Infantry Division, a Goes Air to Ground Operations System Orientation Course Trainer, Pathfinder, 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 Path Trainer, Pathfinder, 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 Path. User Urban Search and Rescue Training Trainer, well-trained and professional TAS BD personnel and ATG training staff, WASAR Water Search and Rescue Training Trainer, well-trained and professional TAS BD personnel and ATG training staff. Types of reservists. There are currently two types of reservists in the component of the Armed Forces of the Philippines AFP Reserve Force. Ready reservists, physically fit and tactically current reservist personnel that are always on constant alert and training, and ready to mobilize once a mobilization order has been given. Standby reservists, reservist personnel who do not maintain currency and specialization qualifications but the base for expansion, support, and augmentation to the ready reserve force as needed. The Commissioned Officer Corps. Most of the officers of AFP RESCOM are directly commissioned through AFP Circular NR4 and 6 and may come from any of the following professions. This is Ascend may come from any of the following professions. Lawyers and paralegal specialists, judge, advocate, general service, medical doctors, medical corps, nurses, nurse corps, dentists, dental service, veterinarians, veterinary corps, licensed teachers, corps of professors, allied medical, business, and Mass Communication Specialists Medical Administrative Corps, Licensed Engineers Corps of Engineers, Ordained Chaplains Chaplain Service. Lineage of Commanding Officers. Commanding officers of the AFP RESCOM are drawn from all the service commands of the AFP. The commanding officer is appointed and reports directly to the chairman of the Joint Chiefs. Vigen Cesar Abela AFP, Vigen Froilan Emaglea AFP, Vigen Jola Cabides AFP, Vigen Juanito W. Dalmas AFP, Vigen Lito S. Tabancura AFP, Vigen Quirino S. Calonzo AFP, Vigen Alex C. Capina AFP, Vigen Johnny L. Macanis AFP, Vigen Leoncio Asurane Jr. AFP, Col Pascual Louis D. Bidia Cavgia C. Pa, Vigen Nolis Buen AFP, Vigen Rolando Arradal AFP, Vigen Ferdinand M. Fraginal AFP, Col Vicent M. Ronate PNM. Organization. Base Units. Headquarters and Headquarters Service Group. AFP RESCOM Training Group Act. AFP RESCOM Affiliated Reserve Group ARG. AFP RESCOM Technical and Administrative Services Reserve Group TASIG. Civil Military Reserve Units. Civil Military Affairs Brigade CMA-BDE. Technical Service Reserve Units. 1st Technical and Administrative Service Brigade, National Capital Region Reserve. 103rd Technical and Administrative Services Group Reserve. 104th Technical and Administrative Services Group Reserve. 2nd Technical and Administrative Service Brigade, Northern Luzon Reserve. 3rd Technical and Administrative Services Brigade, Southern Luzon Reserve. 4th Technical and Administrative Services Brigade, Western Reserve. 5th Technical and Administrative Services Brigade, Central Reserve. 6th Technical and Administrative Services Brigade, Eastern Mindanao Reserve. 7th Technical and Administrative Services Brigade, Western Mindanao Reserve. Affiliated Reserve Units. 1st AFP Talon General Hospital. 1st UP to AFP Affiliated Reserve Medical Center. 1st Armscar Arsenal Battalion Reserve. 1st NGCP AFP Power Division Reserve. 404th Solar Winds Transport Battalion Reserve. 405th Shahan Transport Battalion Reserve. 501st Elua Water Battalion Reserve. 502nd Mainland Water Service Battalion Reserve. 503rd Manila Water Service Battalion Reserve. 602nd VMNC Medical Service Battalion. 701st Philcom Signal Battalion Reserve. 856 GBBC Engineering and Construction Battalion Reserve. 903rd KPI Signal Battalion Reserve. 704th RCCI Como Battalion Reserve. 409th AC Transport Battalion Reserve. 408th Flying the Transport Battalion Reserve. 855th Iron Electrical Engineering Service Battalion Reserve. Standby Reserve Units. Standby Reserve Battalion. Awards and Decorations. Currently awarded on 15 April 2017 the Award of Excellence with the highest score of 96.84% during the Annual General Inspection 2016 conducted by the Office of the Inspec. Campaign Streamers. Badges,